Let's do it. Your finest squirrel girl, please, deck. Wish granted. Alrighty. Well, golly.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Can I get these armored up over here? Yeah, my deck is taking requests. Can I get a Carnage next? I think I put this here to insulate Red Guardian. It also means that they Lady Deathstrike the Marvel Boy this turn, they clear my hood, which would be great. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you. If I Carnage these, I'm guaranteed to open Strange Paths. Yeah, the rocket route to the center was my worry. Are we still okay? I think we're okay if they don't have, like, Luke Cage. Whew, what a game. Holy.
Victory.
What a 2-drop, video gamers. Just being able to fill the center, and then Cannonball pushes him to a lane that he still wins. God, it's been so long since we had a sweet card to build around in this game. I missed it. And it's so funny and eye-roll inducing scrolling when people are actually playing with it. It's just like, all just like shoving it into stock existing good decks. Just like mono content creator specials all the way down. We chill on these two because Nico could get us a demon or other mode for clear and hood. And we just keep Uncle Ben nice and safe, yeah? So many options. I think it's this. I think it's this. Oh, they could Polaris our armor. Yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot the most common Uncle Ben deck's a Scream deck. God, this game sucks. Marvel Snap is such a trash game. Do we have to go? Or can I stay? No, because ASF Lady Deathstrike too, right? ASF Lady Deathstrike too. I was gonna say I could Marvel Boy Demon, and then I could Strange Supreme to open this, but my Marvel Boy just eats shit to a Lady Deathstrike. No, I'm not going to be doing much Pokemon until their new set drops. The metrics for that game are pretty bad right now. I think this is Strange Supreme into Shanna. I think I'm chilling on the hood for now. We have a date for the new Pokemon set. I'm assuming it's coming at the end of the season for them. Oh, never before have I been so rewarded. This could be bad for us, I suppose, but I'm gonna gamble. So this is good and it's bad. I'm gonna need priority going into the last turn to be able to armor here. Well, I guess with New York, that dynamic changes a little bit. Is Strange Supreme worth 6,000 tokens? Absolutely no card in Marvel Snap is worth 6,000 tokens. The optimal strategy to execute with your tokens is to hoard them like a dragon and never spend them. So, a question that's come up a lot today in our 20 minutes or whatever we've been live is, Jeff, yesterday you said you didn't like Hood with Strange Supreme. Has your opinion changed on that? It hasn't, but I think one of the things that makes me a much better deck builder than a lot of other people is my willingness to experiment with things that didn't initially feel good. Too many people get a bad vibe or feel something that's like, it wasn't great, and then they discard it and they never try it again. DMC Dog, thank you for the 19 months. So I am trying it out. Shanna generating Loki, like, I wasn't a fan of the Loki change as is, but I really have to say Shanna constantly generating Loki has made me even less of a fan of it. It's really, really annoying that Shanna periodically changes my deck into their deck. I hate it. Roll some turn 6 New York dice here. They claimed high voltage drops are officially canceled. Not at all. They had to restart the high voltage drops. But they are very, very much still there. Did you just shag Chibi and then still lose New York? That's what happened there, right? Cool. What a terminal case of shag bread. Victory. Can Shanna generate more than one of the same one drops? She cannot. Yeah, and like, what if you missed our scroll of the strange data this morning, this is most of what people are playing strange into the opponent's deck. They're just like shoving him into Thanos tech cards. Combining Strange Supreme with cards like Taskmaster and Arnim Zola is not good when you are playing against good Marvel Snap decks. So, the best decks in Marvel Snap right now are littered with a pile of tech cards. So in my opinion, the only remotely competitive ways to play Strange Supreme at the moment involve Juggernaut, Armor, and Cosmo, so that way the payoff you are building your deck around to set up doesn't just get shift deleted at the end of the game in some way, shape, or form. Speaking of things getting shift deleted, get a couple minutes of your day shift deleted, non-subscribers. We'll see you after a couple of minutes of adverts. We're going to play some more of this one, because that's feeling pretty sweet so far this morning. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. There's a slightly lower than 6% chance for Shanna to generate Loki. Yeah, about 1 in 20 sounds right. That matches my anecdotes, I think. When you say the metrics for Pokemon Pocket are bad, do you mean less people are playing the game? Absolutely not. We have zero transparency around how many people actually play games like Marvel Snap and Pokemon Pocket. Those are not metrics that those companies publicly expose. When I say recent metrics for Pokemon Pocket are bad, I'm referring to the fact that for the last 7 days, or what's the best measure here? For the last 14 days, now that we're past the set release, viewers in the category on average are down about 56%. I think my own numbers for the game aren't down by quite that much, but they're down. And that's pretty typical of games like Pokemon Pocket that have bigger content drops. Is you'll have a big boost of engagement and metrics around around the big content drop, and they'll last for a week or two, and then they'll fall off until the next content drop. And Snap's somewhat similar. Snap has Twitch drops for bigger content metric boosts. Like, my numbers during this week for drops are significantly higher than like what Snap is outside of drops. I think Pokemon Pocket's current metagame is poorly balanced as well. I don't think that helps at all. Is Mockingbird included in case you don't draw Strange Supreme? I think the number one deck building lesson / tip I keep handing out with Strange Supreme is people are really stuck on cards like Mockingbird and Sam Wilson not being 100% ideal in the games where you draw Strange. And the thing I really want to emphasize is it's okay to play individually powerful cards that happen to have a small amount of anti-synergy with each other. So I was going to go Strange plus Squirrel Girl, but then this gives me a 1 in 3 chance to eat my Sam. Right, so I think I want to do this. So that's less likely. It's 1 in 5 instead of 1 in 3. And even this game's a great example of like why Sam is great with Strange, right? Like, Sam's gonna be a 2/5, and then he's also gonna make Strange a 2/5. So between the two of them, I spent 4 energy to get at least 10 power, which is a great rate. I've had a lot of comments on Strange while we were making content and videos. People asking like, oh, you shouldn't play Strange with Mockingbird, or oh, you shouldn't play Strange with Sam Wilson. That's very, very much not the case. They're all good cards, and you should put more good. You'll win more games if you put more good cards in your deck. I'm gonna armor here and then eat the bear, guaranteed, I think. According to Sensor Tower, Pocket recorded 2 million downloads and 65 million revenue in just the Apple Store, and Android was 3 million downloads and 21 million in revenue. Yeah, that's just downloads, right? That's not, what's the word I'm searching for? That's not... Oh, God, my brain is broken. That's just downloads. That's not just active players, right? Which is what people are asking. Someone's asking me, I was like, oh, are you talking about active players? No. Where it's like, no, we're not. Not at all. Not at all. I think we're cooked here. We got diffed on the Sakar pretty hard. And I don't have a good way to put points into another one of these spots. And, like, Dark Dimension means I can't, like, build a cartage up for stats. Let's go ahead and bail.
Escape.
Strange Supreme is easily the most interesting Marvel staff card to release in a long time. Thanks, Gabe. Appreciate you. I was about to comment how this hand was sweet, and then Ben Brode decided to step in and let me know that you're not allowed to have fun while playing Marvel Snap. Looking at your deck, Hogland, and it looks like you've only got 2 tech cards in it. You don't have at least 3 tech cards, we gotta take them away. God, we would have been so insane if we had Strange. I'm kind of gambling on drawing Samuelson here. I guess we're kind of clunky regardless. I think we're cooked when we get Central Park and we lose our Strange Supreme. Fine, if I had Sam this turn and like go Carnage Sam Center, like maybe we could be okay, but I'm lacking another big number for over here. Juggernaut could have maybe stolen it. Really bad location variance for us these last 2 games. No Marvel Boy this game either. I've also been real solid.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, we just needed him a whole heck of a lot sooner. Do you think they Spectrum Center? On a Cope Stay, they Spectrum Center. Unlucky. Ghosted, obviously.
Knowledge is power.
Man, if Sokovia hadn't discarded the card our deck is named after on turn 1, we'd have played a really solid game. That could potentially be useful. Solid curve here for us. Until we get Sokovia or some other horrible thing on this second one. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness! These freaking Strange dodged this time, I guess. Losing Carnage honestly sucks though too. Like being able to go Hood Carnage here would have been awesome. Need a copy of Shanna. Thanks, I think. Shanna! I'm assuming Strange Supreme does not absorb cards through hand. No, he does not. Just one card late, gamers. They haven't played Reality Stone yet, right? Oh. Thank you, Shauna. Appreciate you, girl. These tech card nerds.
Victory.
Glad Echo wasn't merged. That's a low probability, yeah? It's only one in four. Would that 75% of the time? Stop it, gamers. Don't you worry about your 25%ers. We're injured, we always lose the 1 in 4. You certainly do. Is it nuts to play Squirrel Girl on one? He's got jokes! He's got jokes on jokes on jokes! Oh, come on, Marvel boy! I thought you and Squirrel Girl worked out your differences. Jerk. Uh, I'm gonna do this, and then Strange is gonna open something up for me, right? And then I think that was pretty ideal, yeah? Just play a 9-pointer here. They can't shag anything on the right. Oh, man. Wait. That was an RNG cannonball? This game is such a giant pit stain. Oh, man. What a joke. One in 60 on that. Today in vibes-based markets, by the way, apparently we're announcing we're only tariffing China 50 to 60% instead of, sorry, 50 to 65% instead of 145%. So the markets are responding positively. Which is actually, I feel like we talk about price anchors in mobile games, and like we actually just watched in real time the entire market get price anchored. Is basically what happened. No, I mean, unironically, credit where credit is due. Like, if he'd have started at 50 or 65%, people would have, like, freaked out appropriately. But now that we started high and backpedaled, he's gonna get a bounce back out of it until people end up fucked by it. It's gonna be curious to see how it all plays out once you have to wait and see when the actual impacts of all the nonsense around it actually get felt. This punts my Krakoa bonus, but it gives me the Grand Prix. Hopefully, question mark. Yes, when you juggernaut something, it's really weird. It doesn't count as being played at either location. They don't get the Angela bonus, and they don't get the Krakoa trigger. Is exactly correct. I guess this gives me less to Marvel Boy. So am I even eating? I'm not sure that I am. I think it might actually just be this. This gives me 3 things for Marvel Point above. Yeah, I'll be curious to see, Ruray. Watching the markets bounce all around. I feel like I've been hearing from people who are supposed to be economic experts that we're headed towards a recession for like the last 5 years, and it's just never happened. So we can still see that happen from all of this, but I'm kind of at a I'll believe it when I see it type phase, if I'm being honest. There's only one OTA in May, yeah.
Opponent snapped.
You say we're headed for a recession long enough, they're bound to be right. So that's true. What's this copycat? Hood, save a demon? The old saying, economists have predicted 35 of the last 3 recessions. And they have +8 from something on Krakoa too. Yeah, we should leave. So in the past, when they've gone a planned whole month without an OTA, they've given us a bigger OTA before it. To the person I just banned in my Twitch chat, I will truly never understand people who open live game streams to take a dump on or complain about the game that's being played. Why wouldn't you simply try and find joy in your life and go watch something that you enjoy rather than being negative in a space where people are enjoying something that you don't? Go touch some grass, gamer. We'll be live for this afternoon's OTA. The OTA is tomorrow, and I probably won't be live for it, no. They don't go live until like 5 or 6 p.m. my time these days. And drops end at 2 o'clock tomorrow, so I have to imagine the viewer boost will be mostly done, and it won't be worth me streaming that late. Oh, you know what? I was talking and clicking there. I'm gonna blame chat. I should have put Strange Supreme in the throne room, obviously. Mistakes were made. I think that's actually the first time we've had that one happen to us. Oof. That's a good thought on the predicting a recession comment. It's often a self-canceling project where economists say if we continue on this path, there will be a recession, and then it results in a change course. Yeah, like, famously, that happened with, like, Y2K, right? Everyone was like, Y2K is gonna happen, and everybody lost their minds. And then people were like, oh, why didn't Y2K happen? It was like, well, we prepared for it, and then it didn't happen because we were ready. Ooh, that's a real good one. I've got Nico copy mode ready to go here. And Strange is gonna open the left or the right for us here. Strange may eat Gore. He would never eat Gore. Strange and Gore go way back. He would never betray Gore in this manner. Why would you even put that energy out there? What did I ever do to you that you would put that energy out there? Steric constantly being rude to our 1 and 4s. Just determined to make us lose a 1 and 4. Man, it's a shame. It's a shame that this is not 9 power. That would have been a perfect backup for the throne room. Yeah, Strange does not acquire ongoing boost, just base power. It's why we're playing Marvel Boy as opposed to Khazar or Blue Marvel. I'm excited to get Shadow King tier and Shang-Chi here.
Minions to me.
All right. Well, one of the two happened. We beat just one of them.
Victory.
It did help the bird at the end. You are correct. Which is an extra upside to play that into the Strange Supreme path, right? This deck's been alright. We're not breaking the meta game by any means. We've won more than we lost and has played fun, interesting games for the most part. Mostly losing to really bad location variants and things like RNG cannonballs. Y2K broke my dad. He was a software engineer back then, and his entire job was converting two-date codes to 4-date codes. We had like a bunker full of food and water, and when nothing happened, he changed and went full MAGA. And that type of change is like the strangest to me. Like, I don't understand how you could be part of the solution and like not realize that it was your hard work that contributed to like things not going sideways, right? That feels like it would be a like a, oh, I'm proud that I helped this thing not happen moment for like most reasonable people. But I guess you don't end up being deep into MAGA with being a reasonable person. Some people are looking forward to the apocalypse. That's true, actually. Unironically, that's a bit that I probably doesn't get talked about enough, honestly. There are just some people who are unironically looking forward to that happening at some point. Sokovia's been haunting you. It has been. Unironically. Strange is like half a turn late here. It's probably still fine, but... Strange opening up the right side here is great for us. Juggernaut's only +1 in the center, but Strange is getting +2 there. The question is 14 enough to win the left. It probably isn't with Galacta. You could jug people into the Kingpin path. Yeah, that's true. I could do this so that if they land here. I don't hate that. It's probably better. This is probably better. Narrator, the first slide was good, and I got Twitch chatted. No, we missed it by a little bit. I'd have won with the first slide, right? Sage, if Sage went here, she was 8. They would have been -6 at 9. I would have been 8 plus a minimum of 2. Okay. I should make a point just to, like, close Twitch chat when I'm taking endgame plays. 9 times out of 10, my initial read is the correct one. Alright, I actually really enjoying this deck, because Strange has been a fun card to build around, so I'm going to take an ad break so they don't happen over the middle of the gameplay. We're going to do a third set with this before we move on to the next one. Appreciate everybody that's here bright and early. Yeah, a little more than 1 day left on the Twitch drop cycle if you want to get your free credits and stuff. Don't hide your game board, hide your Twitch chat. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of good lessons in second guessing yourself being bad. I found myself at odds with Strange and Mockingbird and Thanos decks. I'd be kind of surprised if Strange is good in Thanos. He felt kind of clunky in the games that I played with him, and he hasn't seemed incredible in the games I played against him. Melkor, thank you for the 15 months. Welcome back. Especially in the Spectrum Thanos decks, where he eats your ongoing stones before Spectrum can buff them. It seems real mid there. Oh, you know, during our next break, I should claim my stuff off the track. We split a few cards yesterday. Keep forgetting to do that. I was playing one of the Thanos decks with better stats or untaps that's just Thanos tech crap. Yeah, that archetype was good before Strange, and I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up not being optimal at it. Minor Shriner, thanks for the entire year of support. Appreciate the 12 months. Welcome back. Get you a sword to go with that shield. Again, anytime you have Hood and Nico in your opener, and Nico isn't on Destroyer Demon mode, you just chill on both of them. She's 1 in 3 to roll a mode that clears Hood next turn, and then she's 2 in 5 the following turn. So a very reasonable chance that she's going to give you a way to turn Hood's detrimental body into an upside. Is Thanos the new Erishim just Tech Card Bush? I mean, Tech Card Bush in like 6 different flavors is the best thing you could be doing in Snap at the moment. It's very regularly the case. Well, golly. Nummy Raptors. I mean, even the deck that we're playing, right? Like, I've got Arbor and Juggernaut as tech cards in it. Although I suppose they're anti-tech cards more than tech cards. Do we play Nico on copy mode here to get another Mockingbird? No, I don't think so. I think I want to get Strange going to clear the Savage Lands out, and then I want Nico to keep rolling towards this. Has Jeff ever been so excited to see a Savage Land slip up before? Mood. Big true.
Victory.
Opponents like the opposite of me. Opponents like the opposite of me. They don't like the big house. Would you snap here? I don't know. I think without my Arbor or my Juggernaut, snapping is maybe a little suspect. Because my Strange could just eat it to a tech card. It could be okay. I don't have enough games with Strange yet necessarily to understand my position in a game like that. I don't think. My hand wasn't bad, but I don't know how it lines up on average into the power level of other decks in the format, especially ones where tech cards are so common. This isn't a feature location right now, right? This is just the anecdotal 2 in a row. All right, we'll do this turn, and then next turn we do this. If this is a positive or neutral location, I think this is a snap. Christ on a cracker. Oh yeah, that's a good call. I can do this and then play. Yeah. Yeah, this is better. Snow Guard.
Opponent snapped.
I have Marvel Boy and Strange Supreme, and I'm getting a bear here. I'm gonna stay. We're probably not supposed to, but I'm angry. Opponent, an absolutely roping chode. Expansion's gonna make debris. Yeah, exactly. Human beings are the absolute worst. Like, you're gonna snap me because you're in a favorable position. It's like, whatever. But, like, can we not run the rope down the entire time here? Like, what's the deal, bud? Oh man, do you think this is a bluff snap and they're like Galactus? Do I Arbor here? I think I Arbor here. Because they could be like a Lady Deathstrike deck or something. Strange Lust you can bear, right? No, I think I need points here. Yeah, they could have Misery or Lady Deathstrike for the left. It's the absolutely most toxic kind of gamer imaginable. And then so long as Strange Supreme hits the 6 out of 8 and not one of these two, we're in a pretty good spot. We've seen him to open up one of these two for us. We are Venom! Oh my goodness! And now we lose to Galactus. Oh wait, I can bear. Does this still lose to Galactus though? It puts me to 17 on the right? No, it's fine. It's fine. We lose to Ultron. We would lose to Ultron. It's gonna feel real bad to lose to a Roper.
Victory.
We still lose to Galactus. No, we win the breaker, yeah? They Galactus here, and they're 7-4, but then I'm 17-17 at a minimum, and Strange is eating something. And they can't play 2 cards, so they have an Electro out still. Ultron would be the concern. What a griefer. Rosk, thank you for the brand new Prime support. We're so close to our sub-goal gamers. Appreciate all the support this week with drops going on. There isn't a feature location right now, right? Can someone just fact check me? We're actually just on this. The feature location doesn't start till noon today, right? Or 2 o'clock? Whenever that is. I think I can stay with Snowguard, yeah? Is that crazy, Callie Baby? The problem here is I don't know that I can win these two. I can't win here. This bout's still an archetype, not a playable one. Jazz Skulls, thanks for the 27 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Wait, they Shadow Kinged their Strange Supreme? They just forget the card's symmetrical? I just can't beat Thanos, right? Is the problem? Yeah, I think we have to go. I was in a debate whether I should invest my keys for him or wait for the new update. I think Strange Supreme is a really interesting card that's somewhat playable. If you like novel deck building, he's certainly got that. I don't expect him to be a metagame powerhouse in our metagame that is dominated by tech cards. He's gonna eat himself. Not if we provide him with enough other food. So you're right, it's possible he eats himself, but if I just put copious amounts of 1-drop on the board, that's less likely to happen. Oh, losing Squirrel Girl is sad. Unlucky. Mockingbird on top is interesting. Do I want to play the other Strange Supreme with Mockingbird on top? I'm not sure that I do. This will give me 1, 2, this will be 3, 4, 5, all 4 created cards. And then I'll play Demon as well, so I have 5 created cards, then I'll have 4 created cards. So Mockingbird will cost me 2, and then next turn I could go Strange Supreme, Mockingbird, and a 2-drop. Oh my goodness, I fucking hate you, Loki, so much. Like, I was already a huge I can't believe they buffed Loki, but having to experience Loki constantly from Shanna has made me hate him more than I thought possible. It's deeply frustrating. And it's only 3 power less. Is this enough? This might be enough. Well, I guess it's a lot less because the American Chavez would have been on the other one, right? Would have been a Mockingbird. I think it's this. Just assume they can't play for the right. Oh, you know what? No, I was say I should have played Strange here, but I shouldn't because I don't want him to have a chance to eat. All right, I just need him to not eat this one. Cool. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had 6 targets on the board, so five out of 6 strange activations. We win that game. How do we feel about my 221, by the way? I'm enjoying my 221. It's like that Shanna feels like a real card. She's a card that's never been a real Marvel Snap card before, so. Compelling stat line, but it's no release blob. That's true. That is it. Eternal Moon. It is not release blob. Unlucky. Well, they're not playing for the Abbey. Interesting. Oh, they'll just have it next turn. Well, the pocket teaser set come out today. If it was gonna come out, it would have been out by now based on historical data. So likely tomorrow or Friday. Usually they hit at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Central Time. For playing for keeps, we snap here. I don't think so. I don't have any of my... I guess I have Mockingbird. I don't know. Our deck's just... Okay, I'd snap on that one. Our deck's just so awkward into Nidavellir because we're not a Shang deck. I don't know that I want to copy Strange Supreme. Would I rather copy Demon? I guess I have Shanna... and Squirrel Girl. Can Supreme eat Acid Arrow that was created by them? He can, yes. So, Marvel Snap isn't like Magic the Gathering, where it determines where your created cards means a card you made. Your created card, God, our Strange Supreme is so good. Your created card simply refers to a created card currently on your side of the board. means a card that didn't start in either player's deck that is currently on your side of the board. Order in the court. Yep, good call. Good call. We want this to go first, that way if they're eating squirrels, they could potentially get buffed first. Although I have enough ones here that if this eats a 1, this is going to buff something else, so it's not... The order's not as strict as it otherwise could be here. And then Marvel Boy goes... I was just thinking I need Juggernaut to have a chance. Can limp, I suppose. Yes, this is a Hogledian. He's such a monster, chat. Jug is the top 5 card of the game, absolutely. I'm just a product of the environment in which I've been raised, Triana. It's not my fault. At least it wasn't a Shang-Chi. At least it wasn't a Shang-Chi. This or the Thanos deck from yesterday, which feels better? I mean, Thanos is an objectively good Marvel Snap deck. I'm not convinced that Strange Supreme is good at it, though. Do I want to copy Strange? With Shanna, I kind of do, I think. How do you fix the tech card issue in Marvel Snap? Who said it's an issue? I think it's really very clear that all of the tech cards being super popular is a feature, not a bug.
Opponent snapped.
There is not room to play Frigga in this deck. All of your slots are very tight. Am I playing Shanna? Part of me wants to play Shanna. Well, the good news is Shanna has fisted herself into the vault at least. The actual worst possible card for him to eat on the board. Eating anything here was decent for me, or eating this was decent for me. I mean, unironically, part of why so many of Marvel Snap's recent card releases have been bad is because the power level of something to feel remotely playable has to be incredibly high in order for it to feel reasonable, navigating through a field of Cosmo, Red Guardian, Shadow King, Shang-Chi. Like, there's so many. You have to have such an incredibly one of the only reasons why Strange feels close to reasonable. I'm not even gonna say he's reasonable. I'm gonna say close to reasonable. Is in large part due to the fact that when he finally gets Shang-Chi'd, they're at least trading tempo down. They're trading their 4 energy card for your 2 energy card. What if I did this, and then we carnage these ladies and get a 6 power carnage back? Think I'm into it? I think I'm into it. Now let's see a limited format where they ban all the tech cards. See, I actually think banning all the tech cards would be an incredible mistake and very uninteresting. Just so we're clear. Ooh, speaking of interesting, though. Is it ever just Marvel Boy now? Order Strange first for 0. Yeah, it's probably true. Oh, it's the second time Bast has been deeply rude to us. Man, I think we win this game like every time if this Mockingbird has 9 points of power. Does 12 win here? We're probably also winning if we simply drew Juggernaut. I think there's a chance 12 wins here. They've already spent their Gladiator. Yeah, it's true. Nebula, they do have a 1 in 3 to eat Nebula, is accurate. We're gonna be 14 in the middle, actually, if we don't lose the 1 in 3. Yes! They did it again! They Shadow Kicked my best in my... Okay, we're currently batting 100% for our opponents Shadow Kinging our Bastard Mockingbirds during this set. Which, like, is actually incredible. And hey, we got Killmonger this game, right? And it was still pretty good. Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna give you one of the best pieces of gaming advice you're ever going to get, chat. When you're happy with the deck and you've had a good set with it, don't play one more with it. And end the deck on a high note so you can feel happy when you look back on it later. This definitely felt like the cleanest of the Strange Supreme decks I've played so far. Marvel Boy felt really lovely as an alternative payoff in here. The fact that Strange Supreme does not merge in ongoing bonuses means you can't play things like Khazar or Blue Marvel and get value with the Strange Supreme, but Marvel Boy works well. Something to think about when you're playing this is that given the option, you want to play Marvel Boy before Strange Supreme typically because your end of turn triggers happen in the order you played them out. That being said, there's going to be plenty of games where you're just curving them out and Marvel Boy is going to come second, and that's fine. Juggernaut. Just someone called him a top 5 card in the game when we played him to win a game earlier, and I think that's just super accurate. I think one thing I am very confident of is if you are going to play Strange Supreme, you need a minimum of 2 ways to stop him from eating trash to tech cards. In this particular deck, we have Armor and Juggernaut. And these cards also have utility in other spots too, right? So they're not just that, but like some combination of Armor, Juggernaut, Cosmo should be in every Strange Supreme deck, I think. Final commentary. Sam Wilson and Mockingbird are very good Marvel Snap cards that I'm becoming pretty confident that every Strange Supreme deck wants to play. Yes, Strange Supreme has some tension that he creates with these cards where when you draw all 3 of them, there's some awkwardness there. However, all 3 of them are good cards, meaning the games where you draw all 3 of them, you're generally in a good spot because you drew 3 good cards. And it's also going to be the case that you're just not going to draw all of them together super frequently, and then they're great individually. Like, the games where you don't draw Sam Wilson, he just lets Strange Supreme be a 2/5, eating the shield as his first free eats, which is awesome. Snowguard's also a card that constantly impresses me in every deck I play. Her Bear and Hawk have such good utility. I think the last thing I want to comment on, people are asking about, I was low on Hood with Strange Supreme yesterday, and it was fine here. This deck's not explicitly... I think one of the things this deck is doing different than the Hood decks I was trying to build with Strange Supreme yesterday is yesterday we were trying to play like Misery Hood, which meant we were trying to get a lot of power out of the demons. And you can't be relying on your demons for lots of stats with Strange Supreme because he's going to absorb them all into himself. So the kind of thing this deck is doing different than the builds we were playing yesterday with Hood and Strange that felt awkward is this build has Mockingbird and it has Marvel Boy and other ways like Juggernaut to win the second lane, whereas yesterday it felt awkward because we were like trying to win one lane with Strange, then win a second lane with the demon, and Strange kept eating the demons into his lane, meaning we couldn't win the second. And I think that's a kind of key difference in what this build is doing versus the ones where it felt clunky yesterday. So these seem fine to play together. You just can't be leaning super heavily on the demons for stats to win your second lane because they're going to end up in Strange some amount of the time. This is really fun. I think this is easily the most fun and interesting new Marvel Snap card to release in the last 2 months. It didn't just slot into Spectrum or slot into Sauron like the other 2 playable cards we've had. I don't think it's going to break the metagame. I don't think you have to have this card because it's busted, but I think if you're someone who enjoys a good deck building puzzle, there's things to puzzle and solve with this card, and I've been having fun. All right, we're going to take a pause for the cause to let some adverts roll. When we get back, we're going to try something else that we popped off on tap with Strange Supreme because I want to stick on one thing.